Hello, I think we're live again, and that's not working, is it? Come on, come on. Oh, it's because it's on multiple things. Okay, I'm sorry about that. We are on a test stream for the uh, Black Raven Gaming. Black Crow Gaming. Black Raven. Oh, I'm gonna get in so much trouble. What do we call the stream? We call it. I bet we can't edit it now because we're live. Oh, we can. Fantastic. We want to be Meta Monday. Mega Miniatures live stream. This is not me taking over from Aaron or doing my own thing. This is a test to see what is going on and how things are working. Now, unfortunately, they have the downside where I'm still figuring out OCR's capabilities and seeing what can actually happen with that. But we'll get there. Now, am I really loud enough for people? I'm on 0 now, so I should be really loud. Toby's still on the call. I want to get rid of that capture. Nope, not that one. Not that one. That one, perfect. This is going swimmingly, right? So I'm going to try and do a Meta Monday myself, which is a bit different, and I don't even know if it's actually working or public. So while I have the opportunity and while no one is watching me, I'm going to check it against my phone and see if it's working. So if I go to my streams, Mega Miniatures is live, and is the sound working? It is, and that's what I want to hear. Perfect. So it's really great to be doing this. This is something I wanted to do for Mega Miniatures for a while, and just never got round to it, essentially. It kind of feels weird. I got to look at this thing. I got to look at the camera there. I keep ending up looking down at myself here. There we go. That's better. That's much easier. And I got a concurrent view. That's probably just me watching it. Right. I'm going to do Meta Monday. This is without Aaron for Black Crows Gaming. He's busy this evening, so I'm going to try it on my channel, and if things go wrong, it's on my channel. It's not going to mess up the Black Crow Gaming guys channel, and also it's an experiment to see that it is working on my side. So let's go through the Meta Monday webpage. This is a fantastic website. You should check it out. It is 40kmetamonday.wordpress.com, and the guy that puts this together and the team around it make it really great. The stream's current bitrate is what? Okay, still working this out. This is lower than recommended bitrate. We recommend you use a stream bitrate of thing. I don't know how to change that bitrate. So if this stream's coming across really horrible for you, I apologise. But if I go into my settings and see if I can change that bitrate, nope. Oh, I can change it on here. What's it recommended? Stream of 95,000. Let's do that. Okay, so apparently the bitrate is better. This is all new to me. If something's coming up wrong, then let me know and I'll try and fix it. It's so weird without some sort of background music. I'm so used to having something on the stream, so apologies for that. I won't have anything that I can play free, so I can play my own band. Don't think anyone wants to hear that. Right, I'm going to put this on for me, and you put on something for you. Put something in the background. If you want an idea, I'm probably going to be listening to Sleep Token at the same time. Just a little bit of background going on helps me. Yeah. There we go. I'm not just hearing my own voice constantly. Right. Welcome to Mega Miniatures Meta Monday. Oh my word, it took too long to get there. Right. We're going to go through this webpage. It has been a huge week for the community and gaming in general, and I am so excited to see the changes that have been coming through recently. So we'll start off with Flying Monkey Con 2023 at Wichita, Kansas. 134 players, so it's a good number. And as I have been predicting in the Black Crow Gaming's group, Eldari is still winning. They are still high up there. They're taking the first and second spot. I mean, that's crazy. Like, my mouse doesn't show. That's okay, fine. Oh, it does do that. Okay, cool. So they can do that. Perfect. So yeah, it's taking first and second slot, which is something I said would happen. They're still going to be there because there's still a lot of people with that army, and Eldari is still a really good force. But we do have some differences appearing here. Again, Eldari down here with a 5-1. We have some Tyranids. We have some Dark Angels. Again, they're still doing really good. And even Space Marines, let's be honest, these two guys are basically the same. The difference is it's going to be Azrael, and that might even be it. So, not much in them really. Chaos Space Marines doing very well and are probably my guess that will take LGT. My bet's on Manny. I've said before how much I like Manny in the Black Crow Gaming chats, but Manny is one that really sticks out to me as someone who's a very good player. There's definitely different views on him. I totally understand. But I'm always a mid-party of Chiefs. Tau doing really well here. Imperial Knights. Great to see this guy's coming up. I'm not sure what this person was bringing. My only assumption was always Baby Knights, just because I love the Baby Knights. But let's be honest, with Imperial Knights, that's not what people are running. They are running much bigger things. Probably even Castellans. So, Orcs, Chaos Space Marines, and then Guard coming in 14th. Really love to see them. Still in America, we have the Warzone Houston, 2003, and this was a 6-0 win for Tau. Tau are scary. Can't deny it. Guard going 5, and then a draw. I believe that's coming out as. Same with Chaos Space Marines. Death Guard, the new terrifying piece that are showing their faces very... they're just appearing a lot now. I saw in a couple of group chats people saying they're playing Custodes against Death Guard, and the Death Guard totally wiped them out. So, it's going well. So my teeth look really weird. My teeth look like orange when they're down here. So, I think that's great. Necron's doing very well as well. Death Guard again. GC Space Wolves. Not sure what that's about. Drakari, who last week took the #1 spot for the largest tournament going, and then Custodes 5-1. That's extremely impressive for what else we're seeing with Custodes do right now. From Hell Open 40k in France, 89 players, a bit of a jump down in the size of tournaments, but we can see the Chaos Space Marines doing very well, as everyone's expecting, and there's a lot of talk about them doing very good at the moment, especially with the mass amount of cultists. Eldari still up there. Space Marines doesn't say what it is, but again, we can assume basically what they're going to be. It's a lot of tanks, a lot of shooting. Desolators at the moment is still doing very well. Sisters Votann showing their face, as we were discussing last week in Black Crow, that Votann have got a good chance. I believe, wasn't it, Aaron said he thinks they may even take the LGT. Depends what they come up against, so we'll see. Necrons, Votann again, Deathwatch, Guard, Sisters, Chaos Knights. Come on, that is going to be Baby Knights. That is no doubt about that one. Maybe even some demons. love Teen Knights. Going over to Invasion 40k in Norway, 84 players, again quite a small amount, and Votann take the win, with Tyranids taking the second spot, followed by a double set of orcs. I'm really falling in love with orcs recently. Says the man busy magnetizing new sets of wardens, because I feel like I can bring custodies now. They're not very good, so then we go down to Throne of Skulls. Now, actually, what's interesting is we have we got another error. YouTube's stream is healthy, and now YouTube is not receiving enough video to maintain smooth streaming. As such, viewers will be experiencing buffering. I can only apologise. What can I do to fix that? I think it's the bitrate. So I'm going to lower the bitrate again and see what that does. It will probably tell me off again, but I don't want it to get poor video. See, now it's gone back to excellent. Who knows why? Better keep an eye on that. Weird. Anyway, so where were we? We are on Throne of Skulls, with 79 players in a 5-round tournament. This event was last weekend and played with all the new rules. Sorry for missing it. It's Daytad this week still. This guy's brilliant. He's done so much for the community with these pages, honestly. We should just be praising him. There's a chance you can. I haven't got it clicked on this one. It's on my other profile. You can follow. You can send him Patreon donations and other donations, and it is worth it because he does a lot for the competitive community, especially. But it's not just competitive watching this stuff. Like, I'm not a highly competitive player. I mean, I've had to. Unfortunately, can't make it to LGT now. Family commitments. So this stuff is good for everyone to understand what their army can do, and if they just have a general casual interest. I like certain armies I like, and if I really wanted to go play tournament level or something, then it's good to know this stuff. And if you're learning or you want to go to your first tournament, it's good to know this stuff as well. Doesn't mean you're ever going to get, not ever, that's a lie, sorry. Doesn't mean you're not necessarily going to get to the top tables, because you may do, and great on you, absolutely. But this kind of gives an idea of which army's going to get there. If you're bringing an army that really is not showing anywhere near the top of these, or you haven't got the experience with the army that much, then you shouldn't expect yourself to do this hugely well. I think it was the 6++ guys recently saying that an average game of 5, you're winning 2, maybe 3. So if you're going, these numbers are crazy, you know, 4 wins to 5 wins is very difficult, and it relies on a lot of things, not only just being a good general, but a good lineup of armies you're facing, and a good time in the meta currently. So what people achieve here is incredible, however you put it, and it's always impressive, and that's why we like looking at this stuff. So anyway, this was last week, but it still has the latest updates. This is Deathwatch Guard, which are weird to see there. Chaos Knights again, brilliant. Custodians still showing their faces, and someone bringing AdMech, so it's really nice. Going into Australia, we have Necrons and Custodies with the 5-0. Okay, maybe I need to shelf the Custodies a bit longer. I'm not sure why they're doing so good here. It may be there weren't many Elder armies. So there seems to be one in this list coming in third, and no one going back to the 13th space. It doesn't mean there weren't. Elder, in my expectations, are going to be very good, and the devastating wins with no save against Custodies is massive. So it's just a really bad matchup for Custodies right now. So if there's only one in the field, and he didn't have to, or she, didn't have to face Eldari, then that could potentially go a long way to helping that. As I said earlier, also being an amazing general. So it's a lot of things coming together in this one. But we have Orcs, Death Guard, Chaos Knights. Oh, again. Gotta root for this, guys. Mainly because Imperial Knights are so rare right now. Chaos Demons, Space Marines, Chaos Space Marines, 1,000 Suns, who aren't actually showing up as much as I thought they would. I wonder if that's a change to the Devastating Wounds. Anyway, so that's an interesting one. Grey Knights, who I think people, or a few people, thought were going to be the new Bogeyman, not showing up as much as we expected. And going down to Armed Forces. This is a 65 player tournament over 5 rounds, another 2 days. Guard taking the top spot. Good on them. I'm impressed. I know Mordian Glory at the moment is running 300, or was it just a full troop army? I once had the chance to play him, and he's a lovely bloke. So for him and his channel and seeing the growth of Guard is brilliant. Then we have Chaos Space Marines at Guard again, and baby with Chaos Knights. Eldari, Chaos Demons, Space Marines, blah 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 blah, and Orcs at the end. Cool. Now we head into France with a 5 round with Eldari and Chaos Knights. What's going on with Chaos Knights? What's going on? That's a few times they've been quite high. I wonder what the percentage is. We'll have to have a look. I'm mightily impressed. I wonder why is Chaos Knights doing quite well right now? They've always had the advantage where if someone hasn't brought something to deal with tanks and knights, toughness 10s, then they're a tough army to battle. Chaos Knights especially can bring 13 War Dogs. It used to be they could bring 14. It was a push, but they could. I have to admit, I've tried to see what I can squeeze in. You need the Brigands. So you need to bring Brigands with 160 points. So it's not even a case of squeezing just a load of 150 guys in. See, that's something I've realised why you can't do that. What was showing up with Disney? Yeah, I think we're all good. So if you're going for 150 times 14, literally that alone, with nothing else, you're at 2,100 points. So you just can't get 14 in currently. If you did 6 carnivores, you'd be on. Now I think it's 840. So how much space do you have left then? 2,000 minus 40. You have 160 divided by 150. 7.7333. So you'd have 7 and the 6. Yeah, you can only get 13. There's no way around it. But the great thing about Chaos Knights, you can easily get 13, and then with support demons. So Changeling, Blue Scribes, Flamers, even though they've gone up, there's some good options. Nurglings especially. There's a lot that's available, and 13 knights running around a board is tough, because that's 2 guys. If you literally went on the 12s, that's able to get 2 objectives with 2 guys on each having an 8 OC. So there's a lot to clear up, and that's impressive. So I can see why they're doing good. The downside they had were Devastating Wounds, just taking out a whole knight in one go. Demons being very good. Chaos Demons are mean against Chaos Knights. Same with Eldar. But a few other things not necessarily can deal with them. So, yeah, it's interesting. I've just shown about 3 there. We have The GT Dardinen in France with Eldari. Chaos Knights again. Am I just showing the same one? No, they just keep appearing. Dark Angels, Orcs, Chaos Demons, and Imperial Knights. Ooh, that's interesting. Only a 40-person tournament, so. And this one in Slovenia, 40-person again. Black Templars, Dark Angels, Admech, Custodes, and Chaos Knights. This is a nice mix. It's these countries in Europe. Really nice mix of tournaments. Malta, oh, I love Malta. I can't imagine playing 40k there. It would be so hot. GSC, Chaos Demons, Guard, and Custodians. Custodians are doing alright. I'm quite surprised. I don't want to scroll too far because I'm giving away all the good ones. What are you guys actually seeing on the stream? You're not seeing as low down as me, so maybe I can get away with it a tiny bit. Okay. We have Rooks 40k Open in MT, which is Massachusetts, I believe. I'm going to get flamed for that. Apologies, but that's Thousand Suns, Tau, Dark Angels, and then Elder Necrons. Coming up to the Harbour Heresy, Chaos Knights going 5-0. 32 players, Death Guard, Votann, Space Wolves, Tau. Votann would ruin Chaos Knights, so my assumption is they didn't get to face each other. But still. Icehammer single. Only 2 coming up with good scores here with Blood Angels and Orcs. We have not seen Blood Angels anywhere, so the fact they're being played in Russia is quite interesting. West in New York. We have Chaos Space Marines, Death Watch, Space Wolves, Death Guard. Warhammer Romanian Open in Bucharest. Love Bucharest. Great city, worth visiting if you get the chance. Black Templars, Eldari twice, Thousand Suns. And then we go on to Carnage in the UK. It's 26 players, 5 rounds. Season 1, so my assumption is they're doing something like a league there rather than the one thing, but that's interesting. But Eldari, Black Templars to 4-1, Grey Knights 4-1, and GSC. So there was one tournament I definitely know of that was missed out here by one of the Black Crow team members. They played down South UK, and his Orcs won the tournament. We were going to have him on this evening for Black Crows. I believe we'll have him back on next week, so he can talk about his amazing Orc army and how that went down. Going into the data slate, we can see that even though they did get 2 wins, they did a fair few. They had 2 tournament wins. Leagues of Votann is still doing very well. We didn't see them a huge amount, but they're actually doing very well just with the amount of players. Only 27 players, but they are getting good amount of wins. Let's go through ones I necessarily care about, which sounds awful, but like I don't know a lot about these other armies necessarily, so I don't want to make heavy assumptions. But you can tell some of them Eldari still doing very good. Still the huge amount of players, so the win rate is going to be better, and they're going to have way more games played, and so forth. But 63 tournament wins so far. It's mad. Going down to Orcs, 47 players, 128 wins. Rise of time. At a 52% win rate, they're doing very well. But I'm most impressed by the Chaos Knights here with 41 players, 105 wins, 209 games played. So they are literally at the 50%. I think it's great with 7 tournament wins. Wow. I think they're going to go up and up. I really hope they are. They're doing very good. And down at the bottom now, let's skip all the way down. even though we saw Custodes go quite a lot and win well, they just had a lot more games and a lot more losses, and so they are currently at the 42%, which I'm really surprised about. Same with Imperial Knights. Oh, that's not good, but that's what it is. I think it's been an amazing roundup. Here you go. If you go to this website, so you need 40k metamonday.wordpress.com, and you can see the Patreon here and Frontline Gaming link here, and you can support this page. Not my page. It's an amazing page. Go check it out. Cool. I'm going to call it there. Have a wonderful night, guys. Thank you very much, and I will see you next time.